All right, here I have initialized Next.js project, the default project here, and I'm going to create a separate route for my upload form. So I'm going to create a separate folder called upload here in the app folder, and then I'm going to create page.tsx file. So we have created a separate route, and then we will create a default function to export from the page.tsx. I'm going to tell the function called upload, and it will be an arrow function. And after that, let's try to run the Next.js application and see whether this upload route is working properly. And we have our form test. Okay, we have our upload route working properly. And then let's create our form element. I'm going to go with the simple HTML form with on submit. And I'm going to add two input values. One input will be for our file upload, and next input will be a type of submit, which will act as our button. Okay, we have our upload button here and the input for select our file. And next, what we are going to do is we are going to set, once a file is uploaded, we are going to grab that file and we are going to save it in a local state. So to that, we have to use a use state hook. We have to add our null value checks here, and this is how we are going to access our uploaded file. And here what I have done is I am going to call the set file, and I'm going to set the selected file that we uploaded from the front end to our local state. Once someone click this upload button, so when it's type submit, we are going to call this on submit function here. So we are going to assign a function for this on submit parameter here, and let's call it submit file. We can try to console log our file and have a look. Yep, we forgot to add the use client. Since this is a client component, this is a must. We have to add use client here. Uploaded. I think we have to add, yep, we have to add the prevent default. If not, it's refreshing. Yep, let's set the type of the E or this event later, and let's have a look. Okay, refresh, and you can see our file is here. All right, so we have selected our file for this inside this function, and after that we can send this to our Next.js backend. So let's see how we are going to do that. The type for this event will be a React form element type. So okay, so that type is TS error is gone. First I will check whether there's a valid file element. If it's not, I'm going to return it from the function. And after that, I'm going to create a try catch block. And inside the try catch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a form data. And after that, we are going to set our form, our uploaded file for this form object we created. Before that, let's create our API route. So I'm going to create a separate folder called API inside the app folder. And inside the API, I'm going to create another folder called file upload. And this file upload will be our API route. And inside the file upload, I'm going to create route.ts file. So we have our API route here. And since we are going to use the post method to post our file data, and let's create and export a post method inside the route.ts. and we are going to handle the request here, and the request will be a next request. Now let's send our form uploaded form data to our backend from the front end here. So to that, we are going to use fetch API to send our post method using post method to the Next.js API. If we are going to use fetch, it's an asynchronous function. So all our the submit file function should be converted to a async function. So if you are going to use await inside the function, we are going to make it an async function like that. So let's call the fetch API fetch, and I'm going to set the URL here, API/file upload. This is the API route we created just now in here. And next, we are going to pass an object with the method post, and in the body, I'm going to attach the form object we created. And also let's handle some errors if the response was not good as we expected. For example, let's if the response is not okay, let's throw an error. And if it's okay, if the response is good, let's try to console log the response. If there was an error on the response, I'm going to throw the entire response with the with response.text. And if the response is okay, I'm going to console log the response here. And also in the cache, let's console.log the error. I have an extension installed, so there's a keyboard shortcut Control Alt L. It will quickly log the console logs. After that, let's move to the API route and try to log our past form data from the backend. From the post API here, we are going to access our form data. So this is how you can access the form data. So let's create a constant called form data, and I'm going to use a method called request.formData. For example, request.formData. So this is an promise. So we should await until this is completed. And if we are going to use await, we have to modify our post route for an async. So previously it was not like that. So I have to add the async. Then only we can use await request.form data. So we have grabbed our form data here. And after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the file we attached. So I'm going to create a construct called file, and let's see how we can grab the attached file from this form data object here. Yep. So if you can remember in the page, we attach this form to this key, a key called file, and we are going to use the same key to get the attached file from this form data object. All right, so we can try to console log the file here, and also make sure to send a response back. If not, our backend API will give you an error. So I will just return. We will try to upload a file here. Going to upload that, and there was a response called submitted response success, which is printed from our front end. And let's have a look at our backend log. Here we have our attached file and handle the uploaded file. So we have successfully sent our attached file from the front end here to the backend. And in the next video, I will show you how you can use the Cloudflare R2 Cloud service, and we are going to use AWS SDK, NPM package, And using AWS npm package, let's see how we can upload this attached file to our Cloudflare R2 bucket. That's it for this tutorial. Hope you guys got something out of it. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and show some support. And let's meet with you guys with another tutorial like this.